Hello everyone and welcome to Start to Finish for Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected, which is a ridiculous name, but I'm alright with it. My name is Matt Bowyer.
My name is Meghan Bowyer.
And we are going to load our game, which is this one.
Got a lot to say early on, I can tell.
Yes, I'm confused as to why they have a little thing in the corner of my stream that says unstable. And I'm not sure what that means.
It means who knows what's going to happen.
I hope that's all it means, and not like everything is going terribly with your stream. So don't know if anyone's watching. They might be watching all on YouTube after the fact, so we'll never know.
Nope, never.
Alright, well, we are advancing the plot. Oh, right.
Are you perchance Ransom?
Melia got dressed.
Yeah, that's me.
Wow.
How do you know my name?
She's so goth.
Teelan mentioned you. You are his fellow researcher.
Oh, I see. Teelan sent you. Him and Tyree are still getting on okay?
Quite. Though she did give him a good scolding earlier.
Went to Alchemoth again, did he? I did warn him not to be reckless. But when it comes to his research, that boy has tunnel vision. To be honest, so does Tyree.
Does she come here much as well?
No, hardly ever. She's even more focused on the work than Teelan. I couldn't begin to guess why she's so driven.
You got big hands, Radzum.
I
It
like
must
this
be
guy.
about her mother after all.
I don't know why, but I do.
Radzum, we have questions. About the Fog King.
I have questions about your outfit. I know I approved of it, but still, there are questions to be asked.
Where did you get it, and can I get one?
I see. That's why you're so curious.
Kicked your ass,
We
did
need
it?
more to go on. What can you tell us?
Because of the Telethia's ether field, the Fog King and his fog beasts seem, well, unable to
Foggy?
escape Alchemoth.
Etherfield.
Yeah. It's the means by which Telethia eliminate any excess ether that they absorb. Now, the Fog King and his beasts happen to give off an awful lot of ether.
That seems bad.
I see. So all Telethia in the vicinity flock there, to feed on the ether. And, as a result, keep the threat contained.
Oh, this hot noggin of Kino. It get worse if not shut up.
I like
but
these
my
kids.
ether,
I do too.
it worked against fog beasts, but not the Fog King. Or rather, it didn't even seem to make direct contact with him.
Shulk, Melia, would you do me a favor and head to Teelan's lab, borrow his Telethia research notes for me?
Sure. We can do that for you.
There's something I'd like to look up about the Telethia's ether field.
Understood.
On another note,
I can't go
we
myself.
heard
I'm
that you
too
spoke
top heavy
out
to move.
against the companions.
I voiced an opinion, yes. I can understand their impatience. Their ancestral home was right there. However, I couldn't abide watching them throw away more lives for nothing.
Nothing. Sounds quite stark.
At first, there were hundreds of us living here. But now, well, you've seen for yourselves.
Nay,
And
this
all
is not the
because of
time
the
to be
Fog
dancing.
King.
Sometimes Nene gotta dance.
Yeah. So I
It's named after
think
one,
you can
after all.
see why I said what I said. If we end up extinct, we'll have won nothing.
Well spoken. But I'm sure the companions would find those words hard to swallow. I'm sorry. Your people are no more free to go home than we are.
No need for you to apologize, Melia. In truth, it's not costing me any sleep. They seem to be catching on too. After all, they've stayed put since then.
When you put it like that. The people of Grandel, they're living under considerable strain. Not knowing what became of their homes, and with no means of return.
But that's also true of Maxis. His people lost their homes too.
Yes, but they're feeling desperate, and it's making them unreasonable.
It too sad.
If there's one thing Melia cannot tolerate, it is unreasonableness.
We were like that too once, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
That true?
Oh!
But we learned, eventually. All because we wanted to protect the world.
And we broke it.
We
And
saved
we
it
made
by
that
knocking
dream
it
a
over.
reality. We brought down Zanza.
And how?
And an awful lot of other
Overcoming our
things.
prejudice gave us strength and
No,
unity.
mostly all Zanza.
Because we shared a goal.
Radzum's folk, the companions, and us as well. We all share the same goal.
That's a really sweet hat.
Defeating
They
the
all
Fog
look so
King
good.
and returning home.
Sounds like job for Hero Punkino. Just let Nene at him.
Ah, you kids.
Thank you, everyone.
Mama, what that thing?
Uh-oh.
That's Melia.
That's not Melia.
Someone's
Is that-
playing Oblivion.
It's like the one we saw in Alchemoth, but much, much larger.
What's
You're
gonna
right.
come out of that?
Shulk, let's see if we can get closer.
Yeah,
No! Why would we do that?
Well, otherwise we can't stop it. We're heroes. This is a call to heroism. Hereupon Ricky would do it.
Would he?
No. No, he would not.
No, he'd apparently send his children.
Okay, so I forgot to take the console stream out of 1080p, so I'm gonna stop this. I got a little jumping puzzle here. That's fun? I'll say fun. So I'm gonna stop this for a quick minute, fix that output, and then be right back.
Okay. What is Kino doing?
Kino also got to dance.
Flapping like he's never flapped before.
Flap, Kino, flap. All right, good. The little unstable meter in the bottom is gone.
Hooray!
And I'm doing a local copy of this as well, so it will look nice.
Matt, I have a thought.
Yeah, what's up?
How much better would Persona 4 have been if instead of Teddy...
If they cut 11% of Yosuke's lines, it'd be really good.
What? No!
If they cut all the parts of Persona 4 where Yosuke was homophobic.
Yeah, that. But
That's what I mean.
no, what I meant is if they, instead of Teddy, we'd had Ricky.
Oh, I don't want to put... Ricky... I almost feel like Ricky deserves better. And I really like Persona 4.
I was gonna say, what? Ever since you played 5, you just started shitting
'cause-
all over 4.
Well, no, because 5's a better game.
Five's real
And
good.
5 has better people in it. I made it.
We should all be like Ryuji.
We should all be like Ryuji.
Ow. apoplectic with rage.
Yes, there's so much to be mad about.
Or we should all be like
Use my
Futaba.
power to protect my friends.
Yes, from here, the eternal zenith. Oh, I love when everyone shouts on leveling up. It's so fantastic. All right, I found a secret area. Does not appear to be anything here other than cool views, which, to be fair, are quite cool and full of views. All right.
Oh, right, you're being... Don't look now, but I think you're being followed.
Oh, gosh, I completely forgot about that.
It's been a while.
Completely
It's
forgot.
been a while.
I had a Nopon army. The army of Nopon. Well, oh, there goes one.
He's fine. They're apparently replaceable.
So I should jump off of this because I think there's water below, right?
What's that game? What's the Kirby game where you're actually 10 Kirbys?
Kirby Mass Attack.
That's what you're playing, isn't it?
What if Xenoblade Chronicles, but Ricky was replaced with Kirby?
Okay.
And so every now and then, just someone got eaten.
Okay, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna jump off this. Wah!
Kirby for Hero Pawn.
Wah! Wah! Ah!
Ow.
Hooray! I'm here. Where's here? I don't know, but I'm in it. The terrain is a little more interesting in Future Connected. Like we've got stuff you can jump on and move around. Like that's nice. I like it.
Matt likes it when he can jump off things.
I do. I am a big fan of being in a high place and then no longer being in that high place at a high rate of speed.
How would you feel about various earthly pursuits that would let you do that?
The problem is if I'm pursuing the Earth at a high rate of speed, it could go very poorly for me. Are you asking, do I want to jump out of an airplane?
I'm asking about things like skydiving or base jumping or bungee jumping or even jumping off a high dive, which I know you haven't done.
Those are a little more intimidating. And by a little bit, I mean completely. I've thought about it.
But you can't cast slow fall on yourself, so...
Right, and I mean, honestly, I would just be terrified of something going horribly wrong and dying.
Yeah.
Like, it's the fear of death there, I think, might win out over
Would you jump off a high dive?
Absolutely not.
What? No, you really...
I can't swim.
Yes, you
I cannot
can.
emphasize enough. I do not understand how you do not retain this. I cannot
You
swim.
can. I have seen
No,
you do
if I'm
it.
in the deep water, I will die. I will sink like a basset hound. Straight to the bottom. I
was gonna say,
cannot swim.
As long as you... From a high dive, as long as you hit the water, you literally cannot die.
I have... no. Clearly, you do not know me.
I mean the fall part.
Um...
You just kick and you come back up.
No, I keep sinking.
You don't keep sinking.
I
You
do.
don't.
You have never seen me with my feet not on the ground.
This is accurate, but
I cannot swim.
it's not that
This
hard.
is not a bit.
We have to work on that. 'Cause
I have
it's-
retired multiple instructors.
Yes,
that
but
is
you weren't
100%
married to any
factual.
of them.
I know, and that's why I don't want you to teach me how to swim. I love you and wish to live out my days with you.
It was actually Nana's idea. She said something, I don't know quite why, but I was talking to her, like, this is before we were even engaged, about how you couldn't swim. And she said, well, maybe you should show him, because that would be a little different coming from you. Are you going to dispute the wisdom of my Nana?
Absolutely not.
All right, then, good.
All right, tools, fixing ramparts.
Yeah, that's the thing about swimming, is I'm not going to try and turn you into Katie Ledecky, but it's actually not very difficult. It becomes a reflex. I was going to say like riding a bike, and then I remembered you can't do that either.
Can't do that either.
What? Did you have a childhood? Were you just
I was-
born at the age of 14?
I was a very, very, very cowardly child.
Oh, you poor baby.
It took me like 8 months to climb to the top of a swing. Of a slide, rather.
What?
I was a very cowardly child. I was terrified all the time.
You poor.
I was afraid of everything.
Oh my! You needed a swift kick in the pants for some of this. I think someone should have pushed you a little harder.
I need a cerulean
Didn't you have any little friends your age who were coaxing you into things? I thought this is what boys did. I thought gaggles of you got
Am
together.
I gonna bum you out here in a second when I say no? I had 3 friends from kindergarten through 3rd grade. Every year, one of them moved away. This is 100% factual.
This is so
I had
tragic.
0 friends until I was
But
like
I thought it's like you don't
16 years old.
you don't even need friends really. You just show up on a playground.
Turns out I did. No, I also had Coke bottle glasses. I was a bullied, friendless child,
Oh
and
my
I was afraid
God.
of everything.
I mean, I was not exactly Miss Popular over here, but I thought that's just what boys did. Is you sort of flocked to each other and coaxed each other to ever more idiotic feats.
Mostly, I think they coax each other to make fun of me.
Oh. Everyone tell Matt how great he is and how great he has always been, even as a small, timid child with Coke bottle glasses. I've seen pictures.
Yes.
He was adorable.
That's incorrect.
I don't
but-
think I've seen pictures with the glasses, though. I need to ask your mother.
Absolutely. Compliments given under order about times no one was present for are the most real. All right, that's not a thing I can do.
If you told me that I was an adorable child, I'd believe you.
Well, that's because I've seen pictures of you, but I've burned most pictures of myself
You
and I've
did
never let
not.
you see. There are very few pictures of me that exist in high school. That's for sure.
Well, high school, you
I'm
look
in
the same
0
as you do now.
yearbooks.
How? Okay, what?
I just never went to get my yearbook picture taken.
Why wouldn't you go get your yearbook picture taken? Even I did that, and I
didn't-
hate having my picture taken.
I did not want to, so I did not.
I thought it was mandatory.
Turns out you can get away a lot of stuff if you just do it, or more correctly, don't.
We need to go back. I need to go back in time and have a word with you. He just shrugs at me. This is all wrong. All right, let's go. What am I doing? I'm gonna go to Kurthus and get some Mistville.
Megan, if you would like to boost my follower count, you are welcome to pull the stream up on Twitch, so you can also keep an eye on Twitch chat every now and then.
Okay. I'll open it next to this tab I have open called Fanfiction Ideas. I believe fully 1/3 of now are yours.
I don't think that's correct.
Don't ever tell Matt you don't know what to write about, because he'll tell you.
Whoa, okay, that comes across as really hard.
Does it? That's not at all.
Yikes! Holy shit!
That's not at all what I meant, though.
Wow! 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 Hang on, let me just go ahead and do a search for a marriage counselor over here. Let's see, we're off on Monday. They probably can fit us in.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant, and you know it. That's not what I meant. I meant you have all these. I meant that you are a wealth of ideas and you are willing to share them. Why would you spin it into something it's not?
There was no other, like, I had no other way to take that at first.
What? No!
No, just the instinct on hearing that was just like, oh my gosh, what have I done? It was
I
jarring.
meant that you have so many ideas, and they come just effortlessly.
It more sounded like, oh yeah, he'll tell you what to do. You want to get told? Here's this guy.
I mean, you can do that too. You can do that. You're just not in the habit of it.
I'd prefer not.
At least not with me.
Okay. I need to find... Actually, I don't need to do that there. A cerulean shard around the ruins cave.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Which I'm kind of in the neighborhood of now. But alas, I see no ruin. Oh, I mean, I see no shards.
Alright, so here's my problem with Ixion and Red Hair and these other Jihugic mounts in 14, is that they look very uncomfortable to ride.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying there. I'll also point out that Ixion in Final Fantasy 14 as well is like distressingly buff. That is a swole horse.
This horse is swole. But I'm Naoko Kyudo. I have to be riding Ixion. It's canon.
Do I remember correctly, you are not a big fan of the word swole, whereas I am like the biggest fan of the word
I'm
swole.
really not. I appreciate its comedic
I
potential.
love it. I love swole. I love smole.
I hate smole.
Oh,
I
it
hate
makes
that.
me so happy. I love the word spoopy.
I hate that word. Why?
Partially, I love it. I think because of the, like.
Because I hate it.
I love words that get a response. I think like for a lot of other people, that's why they either love or hate the word moist. I have zero opinion on the word.
I'm
moist.
not. It's not a pleasant combination.
It's not really fun to say. The
No, it's
difference
not.
between that and
It's not. It's not.
spoopy is that one of those is really fun to say.
It's not at all.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Guys, tell me
I
how wrong
have
he
a
is.
delightful time.
Y'all,
Makes
everyone.
me so happy.
All right, let's go north forever. That's where the
I'm
Mistbill
currently
is.
running south. You will have to change where you are headed.
If I go south, I will run into an invisible wall. Look, we're doing different things. I
What?
think.
What's
Are
attacking
you-
me? Who's in here? What's happening?
Are you all-
Oh, you're just high enough a level to like get involved.
I'm feeling it.
Are you also searching for Mistbill?
No. I got what I wanted.
All right, we'll turn the stream off, I guess.
I feel
This will leave a mark. We got through that.
Bird looks like he's a party member. The way he just landed among everyone.
That bird ain't no more. Rude. Peace out, bird. All right. Well, I got the thing I needed. Oh, goodness. A lot of quests back here. Apparently, in the daytime, the quests come out. Oh, that was not a cerulean shard. I was not paying any attention when I picked up. I just assumed that was it. That must have been one of the favorites.
Aw.
Was that a Perora's favorite? Okay, so you need to talk to a child. Fortunately, here are some that definitely came with me on their own free will.
Mm-hmm. Here's a child I prepared earlier.
What? This is a child. Look at her.
No, you need the baby.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Look how shy I am. I'm dancing. I'm dancing. This is
Well,
what
it's like
shy
how-
people do.
Oh, it's like how Spider-Man quips when he's nervous. Like, you know, just like, oh no, jiggy jig 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 jig.
That's what Spider-Man says.
Absolutely.
He gets jiggy with it, one might say. Just gonna let that hang there, huh?
Yes.
All right. You're not very nice to me sometimes. You're also very nice to me other times, so it's, you know, it's a whole thing. Our marriage, it's a whole thing. Okay, you guys. So
You
last,
folks.
yes, God, language needs to evolve to the point where I can use that word. Humanity needs to evolve to the point where I can use that word again. It just it has a good taste. Anyway, everyone.
Ah, yes, the taste of guys.
I mean, if you want to go there. I mean, I am playing 14, and we know how I feel about certain NPCs. This has gotten filthy, and it's all your fault.
Sure. Go ahead. Proceed. You were saying.
No, I'm not
No,
going to. I don't want to.
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
I was talking
anymore.
about how I almost broke your hand in my sleep.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
This is just last night. So I was having a dream.
Hang on, I'm getting shaken down.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah, let's
the
focus.
speaker for Ricky.
Provision of
I'm
dessert.
the guarantor of the hero pond. All right, I
She
need
wants
to
a
make
cake that's bigger than she is. I'm into this.
goals.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would...
Hang on, wait, hang on. Come back to this. I need to... Yep, okay, so we need absolute skill. Sure, absolutely. Okay.
What is this pose that Aurora
Search
got in?
each region in the biome's shoulder for 7 kilo pumpkins. Okay, I have the kilo pumpkins. I was confused. I thought for a second there were like 7 legendary kilo pumpkins throughout the world that this motherfucker was going to eat.
What is this pose? Oh, I'm scouting so hard.
Gonna fall over.
No, so I was having you know, sometimes you move when you're dreaming. I usually don't, but sometimes I do. And we were sleeping in such a manner that I was actually holding Matt's hand, and I was having a dream that I was fending off a haunted doll. Which is incredibly bizarre because I don't tend to consume that type of media, so I don't know where this came from. And I think I was trying to exorcise it, like, as in drive the demons out, and it, like, I was fending off its hand, and so I was, in the dream, I was squeezing its hand really hard, and I ended up doing that to Matt as well.
Yep.
To the
Enough
point,
to wake me
the
up,
point where I woke him up.
because it hurt a great deal.
He didn't actually wake me. I think you were considering it, and then I stopped because I did wake up.
No, I pulled my hand free.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was going to have to wake you up to get my hand free. But I was, like, hauling back with my hand. That was a hell of a dream you were having.
I did
I
wake
almost woke
up.
you up to see if you were okay.
I did wake up, and then I was, oh, that was Matt's hand. All right, and then I went back to sleep. I think, because I didn't recognize that you had actually moved. So I think I was hoping that somehow I hadn't woke you up.
A reasonable hope, unfortunately.
And then he asked me about it. I was like, ah, crap, you were awake for that, huh? How is it now? Does it still hurt?
No, it is fine now.
Okay, good.
All right, Shulk. I'm jumping.
What is it?
Wiring and hull reinforcement.
Oh, you should go talk to those guys from Skies of Arcadia. They'll fix you right up.
All right, we've got a lead on some machine parts. Vicinity of the main entrance. Trusting here upon Kino. Nice. Alright. Well, that is the quests picked up. Now let's go talk to potential friends.
Oh, wait, crap, I'm a botanist.
Always saying that.
I know. Nope.
Alright, do I have to be a small child to talk to you?
Ah!
Yes.
Come and see.
Go be friend.
Friend?
Yay! Friendship is happening.
Meh-ha. Rah.
Ah, making children faceplant.
It's the American way.
Must not make political joke. That is bad, and everyone would be upset. So I won't.
Apropos of nothing, is there anything... This isn't where I want to be. Well, I'll gather some of these while I'm at it. Is there a better warm and fuzzy feeling than when a stranger likes one of your tweets?
Question before eating a face. This is good. The writing in this is very cute.
Okay.
Alright, you have a... It's a high Entia and a dinosaur that are going to be your friend? So get ready for that. It's going to be okay. Don't be afraid. Okay, let me lead my Nippon army across the sea. Or rather, around through here so I can find this other person who needs...
The stream might be weird. Because it's just showing the loading screen.
Did you scroll back to the beginning or something somehow?
No. I don't think I'm on an old one.
You may be, because I had to restart it at one point.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
I was in the regular one. I don't quite know why it switched me to another one.
That's peculiar. Okay,
Anyway.
there's a mention of potentially some buffering in the last few minutes. Weird. I don't know. I am doing this over Wi-Fi, which I understand is not the way you'd want to do this, but I don't know where a network cable is. I know I have some, but I haven't cared enough to go find one because I already have a lot of extra cords hooked up.
It's true. There's a... It's a situation. Hello.
Good Morrowinds! Good Morrowinds.
We should start saying good morrow to people.
Oh, let's see if this is one I can do now. Because these are all adorable. Quiet nope, not yet. Alright, there's also a quest up here. And then I need to go find... I want to upgrade my pick. So I need to figure out where that thing is. It's near the cave. I'm going to pick up this quest, and then we're going to go head back around and investigate around that cave.
Alright, I'm gonna fly into things.
Okay. Good show. It's pretty here.
Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo. What up, Toadette?
Yoo-hoo!
Alright, next time I stream, I'll hunt down a network cable. There's one here. Oh, don't get attacked by monsters when you're up a tree.
That's just good advice. Sorry I'm so raspy today. I don't quite know why that is.
Oh, that's fine.
I was apologizing to the audience as well. They might mind terribly, I don't know.
Pepty herb. Alright, Cragmaw Caverns. If I see one, I'll bring it back for you. Oh, grows on
Sounded
top.
so intense.
Grows on
I
top.
will bring this back for you.
I like how, like, safe this whole area is. Like, this whole area is not just overrun with monsters around where they live. We've got, like, farmland and everything. It makes it a little more plausible that people have been living here.
You did save the world. One would hope that you saved it
the
from...
halcyon wheats.
Excuse me.
I've come for your wheats. Come for your collectibles. And your wheats.
Hi there.
Inez.
Kind of like the name Inez.
I do too.
Oh no!
Lena. High leaves and thick nectar. Okay. I'll keep looking.
Ahoo!
Woohoo!
Agony's birthplace.
All right, let's go gunblade some griffins.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, they're up there. That's easy.
Okay. Let's figure this out.
Yes, let's. What are we doing?
We're looking for the thing that's going to upgrade my pick. It's supposed to be around here. I didn't enjoy playing as Ryan, so sorry, Nene. Oh, I love Ryan. I just didn't enjoy controlling him in battle. It was boring. You are welcome to play as Ryan. The game's only like 80 hours long.
You're a bad man is what you are.
Are you gonna make me walk all the way around? I bet I'll survive this.
This isn't going well.
Yeah, I did.
Bone you have?
I like how just you didn't even have time to draw your sword and he said this isn't going well. Shulk, chill out.
Okay, so that's somewhere near the cave. Now, technically, we are somewhere near the cave right now.
Probably somewhere near many caves. Oh, I should probably...
So I'm hoping that out here, I will find what I am looking for. Here we are.
let me know when I should start making U2 jokes.
Okay. Don't hold your breath. I enjoyed
The problem
some-
is you've already made the best U2 joke ever while playing a video game, so I can't do it anymore. And I bet you don't even remember it.
I do remember it.
All right.
Dawn, I'm not so partial to these.
If you are interested in seeing the best U2 joke ever made while playing a video game, you're going to have to figure out where we're hosting that Hakuoki Let's Play these days.
We have not moved it off the place we used to be.
We should probably do that.
We should. I want to do that, but I'm going to have to recapture some... The reason I have not done that is I have to recapture some screenshots because
Yeah,
some stuff got lost.
Yeah, I'm missing a few pictures, and they're not on this computer anymore. Oh darn, we'll have to play Hakuoki again.
We'll have to hook the PSP up again. I do know where the PlayStation Portable is, actually. I've seen it recently.
It's on. We have it on Switch now. Would those routes be the same?
We don't have it on Switch. We have it on Steam.
Oh, whatever.
And, yeah.
Excuse me. Hey, aren't those old routes going to be the same?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't either. They probably just have extra stuff. They probably didn't get rid of the.
No, yeah, I can definitely do that. It's just I have other games I'm not currently playing that I'm supposed to be playing on Steam.
It looks like you're fighting with just an entire package of marshmallow peeps. Come, my little sacks of XP. Gather up.
Confluent Uzva!
I like
What does
playing.
confluent mean?
Like a joining together of things, like the confluence of two rivers is where they meet up.
Oh yeah, that is correct.
I know it is.
This is the Monado's power! Monado, show me the way! Behold the power of the Monado! I'm feeling it.
Nene, ready and able. What?
Shadow Eye.
Look it, they are without number.
Yeah!
A lot of things currently happening on my screen.
We can definitely
You can do it.
This isn't going well.
No, I can't. I
approach my limit.
I needed to clear some room in here first, which I did not.
We are far from finished here.
Right. It's not
I'm
over.
back. I'm dead.
Go on.
Adel in all caps. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what it's like. I assume referring to the band of Marshmallow Peeps. Well, I don't think it's that way. I think that the cave is inside. This is on top, so it's got to be inside.
Oops, wait, no, don't go there.
Where is this thing? Because I really want to upgrade this, and I don't want to fight. I want to win that fight. I just need to take out all the little things first. So.
What if you sent in your little things to kill their little things?
They don't always listen to me.
Can't imagine why.
Like, and I was just kind of hoping I would get to the point where they would all fight. And I hadn't gotten there yet. Okay. Sorry about the spiders. I don't really want to be in here either. But I want a cerulean shard. I might just... Where would the cerulean shard be?
If I were a cerulean shard, where would I hide?
I wouldn't hide. I would go to the one who loves me most.
But what if you...
My pockets.
What if you, Shulk, are not actually the one that the cerulean shard loves the most?
Dennis, have you seen it? No.
He's just ignoring me. He cannot come to grips with the fact that it was never really his.
I'm looking up what the cerulean shard is. Otherwise, this is going to turn into a running gag, and I can't handle those right now.
What? Yes, you can. That's all we do. That's all we do is running gags. Here, watch. To you!
To me!
See?
I wasn't even looking up. That was a no-look to me.
No look nonsense. That's us. I should eat like actual lunch at some point and not just subsist on the muffins I made.
I have every intention of having muffins for lunch.
You can have muffins with lunch.
I did. The rest of my lunch is this soda I'm drinking. It's around it. Maybe let me scan out here. I was searching for it, and then I decided I hated typing on the iPad, so I stopped.
Do you want me to look?
Not just... Yeah. Oh, is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Ah.
Yay!
Whoa, I almost jumped off the cliff. Which would have been bad in that case, because it's
Only
not
in that case, though.
not the direction I wanted to fall. Uh-oh. I'm good. I'm good. Slow and gentle. Crash.
Slow and gentle right up until you land.
Everyone's fine back
So
there.
you,
They're having a great time.
I think your companions are in some distress.
Everything's good.
This isn't
Hey,
going
collectible.
well.
What? Don't you dare give up.
Hey, what's that? That's a red dot. I need that. I need that for a thing I'm doing. Are you one of Pororo's favorites? Yeah. Definitely the way to do this. Upgrade my pick, please. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? You're supposed to be right here.
Matthew Wayne Bowyer.
Says what? Hey, what? Hi.
You have to date one character in this game. Who is it?
That's Fiora.
All right, good. I was just curious.
Who would
Alright.
yours be?
This guy looks like he's just wearing a fig leaf.
Oh, he kind of does.
Well, not Lot here. I'm concerned by him.
Upgrade the pick.
Probably Rhine.
Yes.
This one, I just periodically throughout the game, I'm just going to shout at you and demand to know who you would date out of a set of people.
Okay.
We don't have to go so far as date. Just who would you make out with if the opportunity presented itself? We don't want to break up any couples.
No
here.
string smooches.
Exactly. We don't want to break anyone up. This is all parties are in on it. This is how porn starts.
Consensual polyamorous smooching. All right, we've gotten
For
closer.
like half an hour max.
Let's see what the rift is.
What is happening over there?
I just want to pull on her hair and just watch it go boing and spring back into place. Hi guys.
Hi.
Oh. Can I say guys when I am referring to animals? That sounded worse than, didn't it?
Well, that was a little strange.
A little strange.
Miss Molly, look, ahead!
Horses gone nutso!
This is a very low budget stampede. Oh, they've got
The fog.
You have to stampede when I'm doing that music. There you go.
Fog beasts?
Oh, he converted real horses into not real
No
horses.
time for deliberations.
Oh yeah.
Let's go, Shulk.
Time for shredding though.
Got it.
No time for deliberations. Cue up them guitars.
Field polio.
I see you're warming up, Nene.
I like these kids.
All right, I'm feeling it.
Nene needs screen time too. Nene's starting to get toasty. This one almost done. Nene's ready and able.
We've almost
Everything's going great. Oh yeah. Whoa.
And not come back.
Shulk. The fog beasts were meant to be confined within Alchemoth.
Not anymore. They're not.
I don't think that's where those ones came from.
What do you mean?
The rift made normal monsters transform into fog beasts.
Oh, she looks mad.
Yeah, she does. Oh jeez.
Oh no, not the adorable armadillos.
Oh no, Grandel.
Uh-oh.
What is matter?
The Armus could turn into fog beasts.
Meh, no one to picture that. Must hurry to rescue.
Oh, I just had a thought. What if it can turn Telethia into fog beasts?
Oh, that would be bad.
Yeah, it would.
I would not like that one bit.
Aren't you glad I made you think of it?
Yes. All right, I'm back. I teleported.
I'm very helpful. Oh.
Oh no.
Ah, no, our
Your
cows.
instinct was right, Melia.
Yes. Although, the rift's influence is spreading far too quickly. Ratson, are you fine?
Miss Melia, these armors, it was so sudden.
You can explain later. Let us do the fighting here. You should seek refuge.
Right you are.
Wave at them.
I love the turnaround and hit their mark first.
Oh yeah.
Like, all right, peace.
Stop those Armus.
Yeah.
Bad Armu. Go to bed without din-dins. You know, show off marching skills.
Ah, you kids. So cute.
We can definitely do this! This is the Monado's power! This'll leave a mark! Shake your edge!
You just yell cigarette?
No. Shaker edge.
The weak spot.
Sounds an awful lot like cigarette to me.
Things are going to plan.
Oh, get ready. Get ready.
And get wrecked.
Perspectives, do it now!
Find treasure!
33,000 points of damage.
I love how there's more voices every
Thank
time,
you
and yet
for
they
that.
refuse to do it in actual unison.
Was everyone all right?
Yeah. No major injuries to speak of. All thanks to you, of course.
Kino accepts a year's supply of sweet wasabi as reward.
Sweet wasabi,
Your
nasty.
bun never has compensation. Where it say that?
Shook. Was it the rift's
Why do you hang
expanding
out with them?
influence that's responsible for our Armu's transformation?
I like
Looks
this
like
guy.
it.
I'm gonna be real sad when he turns on us.
I don't think he's going to.
I assume
We saw it
everybody I
happen
like
before,
is going
too.
to.
Regular monsters turned into fog beasts, just like that.
That suggests more fog beasts will appear if the rift continues to spread its vileness. Consider, with the
His
size it
stinky
was
face makes it
before,
look
the
like he's
rift's
just
effect was
face-palming.
limited to the
I know.
area within the capital.
Ugh, this again.
But now it's getting wider.
One moment. In that case, if the rift keeps growing larger,
All monsters everywhere could be changed by the fog.
we must find a way to fight back.
We'll need those research notes for that. Let's head for the lab.
Right.
Boing. Now it is daytime.
Rodsam is Hugh Parmenter. This is his only voice credit.
He's really good. I don't think they're asking a lot of him, but he's really good in his role.
I like the sound of his voice. What else has he done?
I see EastEnders.
Yes. He's in a video game called Greedfall that came out last year.
Yeah. Someone on the Start to Finish Discord was telling me about Greedfall.
He was on an episode of Killing Eve. He was
Okay.
on TV series Viking. And he was in EastEnders. He hasn't done a lot.
Cut.
That's
Hello,
a
Miles.
That's a shame. I like hearing him talk. Voice directors, hire Hugh Parmenter for things. I like hearing him talk. Hugh Parmenter, call me. That's how it works, right? I know, like, the whole internet's watching this, so it's going to get back to him.
This is the next big thing. Us playing the expansion to a game, to the re-release of a game that came out 9 years ago. It should be. It's fun here. I need to fix a granddad. All right.
I've been saying that for years.
All right. We'll go to Junks first.
You go to Junks first.
I do like how all of the quests, like, it wants you to speak to them as a specific person.
Yeah. Ah.
Nestino.
Nene, is this really the time?
It's always the time.
always the
It's how they
time.
communicate.
Like, they're like bees.
I need the dawn smile on Lamentation Ridge.
They communicate through highly advanced butt wiggles.
There's nothing advanced about these butt wiggles. All right. Lamentation Ridge for 3 Dawn Smiles.
Matthew Wayne Bowyer.
What?
Final Fantasy 14. Who you making out with?
Sir Amaric. he's so very, very, very handsome.
Is there something you want to tell me?
Sir Amaric is the best.
It's worth
Part
noting.
is I'm playing a female character
You are
in
playing
that
a female
game, and
character.
so then that's just how my brain works.
Villain! What do you want?
Oh, I love it when people call other people villains.
You
hey, guess who?
stand in the way of a new age
Of
dawn.
course.
Let's all act surprised.
I'm scared. It's all right. I'll protect you. And I'll work, I swear.
Behold, the widening rift in the sky. It's proof definite the world abhors you.
I don't think that's what that means.
Spare me your ravings.
Uh-oh. Boom, baby!
Hi.
Oh, Lady Melia, the hope of our race.
Oh,
Gelgar,
gosh, she's mad.
what is this treachery?
As you can see, I am sweeping away some pebbles. Their research is blasphemy against the commingled blood.
Don't you comprehend the import of what you're interrupting? The very future of our race hinges on their work.
You think this is the future? This reactionary struggle to revive what is long buried? The future of the High Entia is us. We are what the race ought to become. We are the true face of the High Entia.
If not for our ancestors, we would never even have drawn breath.
Ancestors? I recognize them not. You, Lady Melia, are our progenitor. You were our beginning, and you will be our future.
And furthermore,
If you would interfere with this research for the sake of spouting your nonsense, you do not deserve my mercy.
Melia,
Why won't you understand? Why won't you accept that we are the ones
Whoa.
destined to lead?
You will not so easily refute our history.
So be it. I reject you. I will take the mantle and become father of our kin.
This machine punches
Take dominion over
racists.
all, and the world will be set to rights. I'm feeling it.
It'd be hard to be a progenitor while you're dead.
Ow.
Pure blood got what they deserve.
Oh, good. He's taken a sleep.
Oh, he's so dignified.
Melia, I love everything you're doing.
He's an angel when he's sleeping.
Melia, I think you woke him up.
She just couldn't keep from hitting him, you know?
Tip him over! Alright, don't need to heal anyone. We're doing okay there.
You think you know my mind?
Let's get rid of the aggressor. Music playing is good.
I don't think.
I understand if maybe you can't hear it over all the chaos.
Yeah, is there music playing? I couldn't tell.
Nene, nice one.
Good, good.
Check this out.
Very good.
Hit it with the Pawn Specters.
Pawn Spectres, remind to let loose.
Godless work. I showed you the way. I'm hilarious, scrap.
Yelgar, what happened to all your hit points?
I can't. I know I am not wrong. I'm not.
I will spare you.
Don't do that.
Just be gone from my sight.
Whoa!
Oh, she puts the water protection on
I
to go
saw.
in.
That's good. Oh,
The crown is mine now.
Talon! Vix's help!
Better safe than sorry. The pure blood meets its end today.
Are you okay, Talon?
hey.
Telethia here. Damn.
Hey, you seem to be the only one they're upset with.
Get him, get him, get him!
She's okay. She's all right.
I'm sorry. I couldn't save the future.
Melia!
Miss Melia! Kino, you did it! Applause.
We're in Ransom's house. The lab went up in flames, so we carried you here.
You're really heavy.
I'm sorry, Talon. I failed you.
Why is the camera down here?
You damn fool! What possessed you to do that? What happened to safeguarding the future of the High-Entia? And bringing our brethren back home, were those just words to you? You should think long and hard about what the death of a leader would mean for us!
Come on, big sis. That's enough.
Don't defend her. This idiot child.
I had to.
What?
To protect it at all cost. The research.
How can you be so fixated on that?
Our salvation lies therein. I believe it now.
Melia!
And yet, ultimately it was for naught. I caused trouble for everyone. And I couldn't even save the documents.
Poor Miss Melly.
That's not true. If you and your friends hadn't come when you did, there might not have been anything left of the research to continue with.
It's in my head!
And also, here,
What's this?
I wrote you a poem.
it's the book you carried out of the fire. Ring any bells?
This tome. We found it in the tomb.
Yeah. The book that started my research. If we have this, me and Tyrea can carry on with our work. Sis, are you with me?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, right. We can study the problem until we make some headway.
Miss Melia,
Whatever, kid.
thank you.
Likewise.
Talon. Tyrea.
You've only just woken up. Come on, we'll let you rest.
Yes. Thank you.
Please don't point that thing at me.
What that for? You know, use Tranquil Snooze. That seemed extremely excessive.
Ah, you kids.
This gave good.
This might just be what we need to defeat the Fog King.
Yeah.
I'm back
Feeling
and so are
better?
my hips.
Yes. Much better now.
What a relief.
Miss Melly, good as new. Kino saved day again. Less braggy, please.
I like this
Friends, I'm sorry I worried you. And I abused your hospitality. Please forgive me.
No. You saved this place and
Oh, she
we
sounds
owe
like
you.
me.
Big time. This
kid.
was
What
the
else
least
can I
could do.
apologize for?
I will not stop now. I swear to do what I can for the good of Grandel.
I appreciate it. Just don't go running yourself ragged for us.
I promise.
Too late.
We seem to be missing Tyrea.
Oh, if you're looking for her, she figured the fog beasts might strike again, so she went out on patrol.
The likes of
She's
us
gonna
aren't
get herself
exactly trained
killed.
for battle, so really, any help is welcome.
Yep, I remember that. It's a good mask.
You're right. I feel sorry for any beasts that wander into Tyrea's path. By the way, did I hear you mention something about defeating the Fog King?
We did that while you were out.
All thanks to our friend's research.
Is that so?
Quite.
A sterling achievement, Teelan.
Just an accident.
Still, even so, your devotion to your mother may well have saved our future. All right. What do we have to do? How do we defeat the Fog King?
Stick him with the sword a whole bunch.
We found ether attacks effective against fog beasts, but not against the Fog King. That's because the ether's concentration was too low.
Concentration?
We need the Ether Bunny.
Concentration?
Concentration?
Pipe down when adults talking, dum-dum. But Kino's so bored.
The whole thing got me wondering, why did fog beasts appear when the rift got wider? I think the intensity of the rift's rays exceeded the density of the Telethia's ether field.
None of that makes any sense to me. How is the density connected to the Fog King?
What do you want about?
If we could put up an ether field denser than the Telethia's, the Fog King will become vulnerable.
How does one put up an ether field?
I love that Shulk is a scientist. And no one else is.
Secondly, where does one obtain such highly concentrated ether?
For the field, I think this guy will do the job, with a little tinkering.
Kino?
In that case, it's just a matter of gathering up enough high-purity ether crystals, except...
Except what?
Those kinds of ether crystals are extremely rare. I'm not sure where I'd even start looking.
Maybe they're
might
down
be
my throat and
none
that's
at
why I
all
talk
around
like
here.
this.
I remember seeing some in my 34th summer. That actually might be true. Melly is 89 years old at this point.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, cheer up, all of you. It is not a foregone conclusion. And in any scenario, if we cannot defeat the Fog King without them, we will have to keep looking until we find them.
True enough.
Good. Then let us start
All
by
right, good.
asking around.
Hey!
Ah. Same sound I make when I'm playing Prey.
Are you just gonna start accosting people? Just, do you have any ether crystals?
Ether crystals! Miss Winnie is feeling sad.
Ah!
Well,
That's terrible.
that is bad. Okay. Calm down.
Okay, you can stop shouting. I'm right here.
Little sugar in the coffee this morning.
Oh.
You have multiple problems.
I'm stuck.
Woo!
Please don't.
Oh, please do. Okay. That's fun. Hi, Winnie. How you
Winnie.
doing?
Yes.
Oh, hang in there.
Oh, it's okay. You're gonna. There's a dude over there who's got a crush on you, and it's really funny.
It's gonna save everything. Don't worry. Oh, hang on. Quest I can apparently turn in over here. Did I complete something for someone? I don't remember completing anything for anyone. I don't remember doing anything. What have I done?
Yeah, work doesn't sound like something Shulk would do.
Alright. Who's up here? Is it you? Did I do something for you? Did you need something?
you that-
Do I know you?
Did you rub my lamp? Did you bring me here?
You are the ring maker. The ring bearer.
I am
Oh,
the
I will
king.
be the ring bearer, and I will cast Ardred into the fires of Mount Doom.
I don't think that's necessary.
I think I know what the story of the Lord of the Rings is.
But this is-
Ardred goes in the fire.
This isn't the Lord of the Rings. You're
I
not
am-
the Lord of the Rings.
No, I'm going to go defeat the Lord of the Rings.
Well, it's not Ardred.
Ardred kind of sounds like a name that would be in the Lord of the Rings.
It's true.
It might be a ring wraith. Ring wraith needs a ring. I'll craft him the ring. Bright-eyed. Okay, I thought it was Forbidden Husband.
I did too. It's like, well, that's appropriate.
Go down the back of the Forbidden Husband.
See,
All the way down to the bottom.
Don't ew.
It'd be very ticklish.
Seeing as he wants to make a new wedding ring for a widow, I think Forbidden Husband is quite apt. Just jump right down the knobs of the spine. There you go.
Let's upgrade a couple of things.
Matthew Wayne Bowyer.
What?
Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, I've always been the bigger fan of Tifa.
Good choice.
And you? Is the answer also Tifa?
I think it's also Tifa. Cloud's pretty cute, though. He seems like he would give good hugs when moved to it.
Welcome to Start to Finish, Horny on Main.
I noticed you did not ask me the reciprocal question for Final Fantasy XIV. Is that because everybody knows it and wants me to shut up about it?
Okay. To the ramparts. Oh, that's far away.
Woo, I have more than 5 million gil.
That's awesome.
Yay! Let's go craft
I think
some
in
more
that game I'm down to 8, so you are starting to catch up.
Gil or 8 million?
8 million.
Yeah,
8
I
million.
forgot. Yeah, money bags.
I've always had a lot of money in Final Fantasy XIV. I ran out of stuff to spend it on, so
Wait,
I
I'm
spend it every now and then on airship parts.
Today I'm a goldsmith.
Okay.
With my goldsmithing.
I just like seeing like new areas in Xenoblade. They should make another Xenoblade. I know they made another Xenoblade recently. They should make another Xenoblade. and be real careful about the people that put in it. Hang on.
Is there
Oh, that's a
problem?
fog beast bun. That's a fog bonnet.
Oh no!
Summon Nene getting popped.
I see you're warming up, Nene.
Fog beast surges. They're more powerful than regular monster equivalents. They spread a riot surge in a set radius around themselves, drawing in nearby monsters.
That doesn't make any sense. They should stop doing that.
Oh, and they gain in level when that happens. Oh, that's cool. I hate it.
I'm really feeling it.
Do not hesitate, Sheldon.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That was the wrong button.
Going through me. Mr. Shulk. Impressive.
I meant to do the topple one,
Sword.
but instead I screwed it up.
Summon Flare. I'm feeling it. Ready and able.
But I got a coin for doing that, which is
Enemy
good.
Not even trying.
Nene!
Well evaded.
Just like that.
Good. Is good. Very good.
All the marshmallow peeps are fighting the bunnets.
Yellow chaos!
Pon Spectres, heed my call.
We never. Find treasure.
This Pod Spectre thing is,
It's really good.
when I looked up a voice earlier, as you probably guessed, you're looking at all the characters in this game.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I didn't think there was really anyone else.
I wanted more smooching between the appropriate people. And none of the appropriate people are only half of one of the appropriate couples is here.
We do not need to get into a pair of the spares situation here.
Especially when they're both taken.
Where are the crystals?
Let's keep it brief.
Shulk and Fiora, and Melia and Dunban, as we've already determined.
Very rare ether about Sergeant. Oh my goodness. Northern's Necropolis.
Don't go to
All
an
right, who's
Acropolis.
Sarja?
Never go to an Acropolis.
Heroes Rest, now south end of Grandel.
Actually, I do
I feel like I also picked up some equipment. What's up?
I like an old cemetery. I think they're neat.
What is the Prodigal Helm?
Thought it
What does
was
that look
just your
like?
hoodie again.
Oh, okay.
That looks like a bad idea.
Oh, I think that's the stuff that Shulk is wearing, like, already. Or like, that Melia is wearing. I think she's doing... Yeah, she's wearing the Prodigal stuff. It's real good. But I got some new gear for some other folks, didn't I?
Is Kino going Super Saiyan?
I'm going to stick with the Ether Up stuff. Anything new here? No. Anything new here? No. How about new in weapons? Will-o-wisp staff. She's using the best one. Madcap stopper. And all right, everyone's got good gear right now. Okay. Grandel is far to the south. I want to go ahead and... I want to get pointed in my next direction. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's...
Is this it?
We're good. Everything's good. Everything's good.
Tum-tum going growl, growl.
Okay, Nene missed the water.
Ooh.
Sorry. If only there was something someone could have done to prevent this.
Spoken like a true politician.
Treasure!
That was quite the jump for, to fall 6 inches. Gotta wind up for it, I understand. Ooh-wee. Ow.
It's fine. Exactly how I wanted that to look. This game needs speeder bikes. Imagine if I was on a speeder bike right now. How good would that be?
Well,
Hi there.
Hello, Bartholomew. Well, you need a fishing rod first. Can't just stare at the fish and hope something happens.
Oh, is
Not
that
how it
what I've
works.
been doing wrong?
Old lady.
Dearie.
Rude?
Traipsing about.
Oh, traipsing? The very idea.
Birds were singing. Strange, Crystal. Of course, we ate it. Oh, weird.
Oh, that's bad.
I bet one of the... Oh! Oh! Oh!
Oh, they're resplendent.
There's a Nopon here.
Is it also resplendent?
What's happening?
Resplendent
Tutu.
Nopon.
Good choice.
What's happening, Tutu? Mega fans.
No, I don't think that's it.
All right, there's a mirror there.
How
All right.
Tutu admire himself now. I was
To do
kidding.
not behold own gorgeous this once in 3 minutes cannot work from desperate lonely.
I see, I was joking, but here we are. I'm going to start justifying literally everything I do by saying is part of personality.
That's good. That's good. All right. Recommended level 74. Why?
You gotta be ready for Tutu. You are level 70.
Oh, the Terpsichore Xenoth!
Oh, crap! We're fucked now.
We're in for it now. Hang in there, everyone.
Pawn Specters, you okay?
It happened to anyone. Sometimes these things happen.
But it happened to you, so that's bad.
We need you, Shulk. I'm not quitting yet.
Why is everyone here? Who did that? Did I do that? I might have done that.
Alright, I'm feeling it. This isn't going well.
Help! I'm dazed.
We can definitely do this. Almost there. Take this.
One good hit, they done.
Oh, I died.
Please to hang in there.
I'm back up.
We need you, Shulk.
Do you think there's anyone
Really need some help. Pawn Specters.
in all of fiction or reality who is as loud at their job
Melia, this isn't going well.
as these guys? This crew.
Oh, we're all dead. We're all dead. Okay, so that was hard. That was hard. Think I can make this jump? I bet I can.
I bet you can. Can your entire party make the jump? That's
Only one of us got to make it.
that's true. Oh, you got that.
Oh, yeah.
No, no.
Oh yeah, that's a
no,
failure.
No, you're gonna break
That's a
legs.
failure.
Oh, I think you hit the sword when you landed.
That was all right.
You broke all your legs and hit yourself in the face with a sword.
Whee. Okay.
All right, now I bet you can make the other jump.
Oh yeah, now it's simple.
It's not fun now.
Oh, it's still pretty fun. Alright, so I need to get into the center, and something might be level 74 and come kill me. And we're not level 74. And attacking a monster that is... There's a really large friggin' fish down here. That's higher
You
in
should
level.
go shout at it until it dies.
I would love to. It's like playing Lord of the Rings online. Just screaming at people.
You know, I didn't enjoy playing a bard, but I did enjoy shouting at things that were much lower level than I was and watching them fall over.
Alright, surely something terrible's about to happen to me. What? Can't I? No, get onto the... What the heck is happening? There we go. Oh, boy.
My goodness, it's the Citadel Tostega. It's my favorite appetizer from Jose Peppers.
Well, we should try,
Everyone, let's go.
but we will fail.
Take you on myself.
You're an inspiration to us all.
Alright, immune to break.
Monado, lend us your power!
Nene getting aqua.
I admire your efforts, Nene. How is that possible?
Melia!
Fail and try again.
My thanks.
Nene's starting to get toasty.
Take me lightly at your peril.
Give it all you've got, Melia! Stream Edge!
Hey, Pawn Specters! I need your super skills.
No, fine. They're hitting,
Oh, jeez.
they're hitting this much smaller bird.
Ether is flowing through me.
Goodness.
We haven't lost yet!
Have no time for liar. Hammer, beat.
Summon aqua.
Nene hungry. Aqua. Nene's able.
Summon aqua.
Alright, I'm feeling it!
Come. Now summon aqua.
Don't look at me.
Shadow Eye!
I'm dead.
Go on.
Ready and able.
That verse eater is
Far
bad.
from finished here.
I can
Summon copy.
Nene not feeling
I don't like its feet.
delicious.
I don't like it's anything.
I missed!
Where's the show?
Pay it no heed.
What matters?
Oh, I bet I could win if I
Don't
could
pay him any
use-
attention.
I could win if the Pawn Specters happened.
Up you get!
They're not really feeling it today. So
Split Edge!
Nene ready and able. Look here, Nene.
Hang on.
Melia, don't give up!
Sorry to bother you.
This isn't going well. Shadow Eye!
Please hang in there. Nene's done.
Gosh. It keeps using that ability.
Nene's going war.
Copy.
We haven't
it's like
lost
it's
yet.
thinking or something.
No time for liar.
And I don't have any way to prevent it.
I bet you're missing
Oh, I'm missing.
whatever it's called.
Oh, I've got the shield ability, but I don't know when it's going to use it. And then I
Premonition!
die.
That's what it's called.
And that's the end.
Go on.
We got that pretty far down. If I'd gone into that with a chain attack ready. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, it's a landmark. I can teleport here.
It's just gonna hang out and wait.
All right. That's fine. We'll come back for that. I'm not going to go into casual mode. I appreciate that it's there. It's not for me. I'm here to charge forward into everything.
Something
Head
on
first.
your mind?
High response to heat, southern sunlight. Yep, okay. Cave. It's not the necropolis. Fime Lane. Oh, I was working on that. To the Forbidden Hushland. I need to go there.
Go to the Forbidden Husband.
Yes. Very worthy. Stay out of the light on the way back. So only need to be able to transport this at night. I assume.
How very Orphean.
So I was in progress of doing that. So let's go to Dulles Way. Turn around and go in the correct direction. Oh. Oh, you brought too many friends over. Oh, there's so many friends.
They all want to be friends with you.
The weak spot.
Melia!
Nene give A for effort.
Things are going to plan.
Keep it going, Melia.
You gotta keep it going, full steam.
Please.
Alright, I'm feeling it!
Yes. Yes.
First cut.
Find treasure!
Can you even
That's a lot of art coins. I can rank up some. Can make some of my skills a little better now soon. That's good. All right. Let's work our way back up through there. This is not the way.
Matthew Wayne Bowyer.
What?
Disney princesses.
Ooh.
Assume they've assume
Right. Yeah.
they're
Assume
the
it's not
proper
creepy.
age.
Make
Yes.
it not creepy.
the proper age. I've stumped
Probably Rapunzel, and not just because I'm legally obligated to respond that way.
him. That's fair.
And you?
Am I picking from princesses, or do I get to pick from princes as well?
I think you get to pick one of each.
Flynn Rider
Sure.
and Flynn Rider again.
Nay, weather any storm.
Fair.
I expect nothing short.
Sorry, ladies.
Summon bolt.
Nay, getting
We can definitely do this.
Nay, hungry. Aura,
Backslash.
hypnosis. Ether is flowing through me.
Just one more left.
Poison earth.
Let us move in. Summon bolt.
This will leave a mark. You never stood a chance.
That feel like run a polymer mill.
But we cannot be reckless.
Oh boy, stay away from that one. Stay away from that one. Stay away from that one. I want to get rid of the stuff around first.
We can't lose.
Sure. Can Paul own the weight?
I want this. Ah, another favorite.
Hey.
Hey?
Whoa, Green Ferris looks sick. You should save Ferris. Nope, that was good. That was good. I was hoping I'd get to work that in. I'm real happy that it
Not
happened so well.
responding to you.
Everyone, tell him how good a joke that was.
That was a good joke. I'm just mad about it.
Look, I didn't used to make dad jokes. This is your fault.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Why?
Because I didn't used to make jokes like this, I don't think.
We can't lose.
Hey, any of my high school friends out there, did I used to have this? Were these my jokes back then? I don't remember.
Let's get rid of
Even if they
get
were,
rid of
I've
Tiny
gotten
Oopa
worse.
first.
Do not hesitate, sir.
I'll throw you away.
It's flowing through me.
This will leave a mark.
Almost there.
Correct. How's that?
Mr. Shaw, your skill is captivating.
No stealing.
Oh yeah.
Everyone. Let's
Oh
go.
yeah. You're toast.
Pond Spectres, heed my call.
Pow! Pow!
No enemy can stand
Oh, that's
against us when we
satisfying.
bring our might to bear.
That's because you're both pretty sturdily built.
Huh?
Huh? Why the cold stairs? Wait, is there an enemy behind me?
I love that he's still talking while I'm in the while I'm in here. All right, let's do this. Let's go
You're
with a little
cute,
aggro
Shulk.
up. And do you have a topple? Yeah, topple plus. That's really important for you. See, fruits. That's just better in every possible way. And let's go with. Let's get you some more hit points. And
He always looks kind of worried. I think it's the eyebrows.
just give a chance of doing some break. You will always be using the Monada Replica EX, I bet. Okay. So I made it partial of the way through here and got repeatedly murdered.
Summon
Nay, hungry.
Oh, that's a big fog bird over that way. That seems bad.
Then let us finish this right now. Almost there.
We can definitely do this. Backslash! We're the best.
I see your strength is the genuine article.
Okay.
More!
Okay.
Summon flare!
Come here.
Hammer beat earth!
By yourself, please.
Nene ready and able!
This'll leave a mark. Shake your edge.
Oh, this time.
We're the best.
Weird, it was fine.
Onwards.
Nene need more! More!
Alright, come on. Come on.
Slake my bloodlust.
Come on, I see you. I see you out there. Let's go. Let's go, Echidno. Oh, you are taking bad pathways for me. Alright, well, I cannot fight all of these enemies at once.
Summon flare! Hammer beat!
Dream edge.
Miles down!
Take this. Pesky thing. I'm really feeling it.
Alright, I really enjoyed the deep voice going, roly poly.
That's what we call our cat.
It's true. Okay.
When she's playful, she tips
Alright,
onto
by
her
yourself,
back and
by
squirms
yourself, by
around.
yourself. Alright, Uzva.
Summon hammer beat! Summon Here goes! That's called Nene never miss!
Nene,
Pay it no heed.
don't let it get to you.
Thank you!
This'll leave a mark. Shake your edge.
This is a good start.
Everyone jump up and down on it.
We, as you can see, we are.
Inspectors, we're ready for your assistance.
Ready to reach for stars!
Oh, I mistimed that one.
Just remind to let loose!
It's just doing bonus damage, so.
Evelyn did enough for one day.
Backslash.
Did not KO it all by itself. That's fine. Oh, don't cure yourself. No one likes it when you do that. Don't look at me either. No one likes it when you do that. Dong.
Do not hesitate, so.
Bong.
It's over.
Ah, nice.
Need more! More!
Let us remain vigilant.
Making good progress through this.
Right, let's do this.
Evelyn can but try.
Ha! I'm really feeling it.
Knock them all down.
Getting
I admire your efforts, Copy.
Yeah, here comes the fog beast. I knew it was coming, so I was ready.
Awesome.
Who's voicing these kids?
Very good. Nene, ready and able. I'm going growl, growl. Look at Nene, please.
I'm feeling
Okay.
it.
All right. Give me a heal.
Conspectors, heed my call.
Yay, fist bump.
Sugar sweet for you. Hammer.
That was good. That was good.
I fear I approach my limit.
Take that. Come on, we can do it.
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great, everyone.
Do this.
Hang in there.
Enemy still lonely? Aura.
Oh, we're only now just in the bad one. Oh, what are all these enemies? They weren't here a second ago.
Sorry to bother.
What the heck is all this?
This is the Monado's power!
What? Don't you dare summon Earth!
Up you get, Nene.
All right. I fear I have lost my will.
All right, I'm feeling it.
You can do it.
No, I absolutely am not. We are 1,000% dead. I don't understand what happened. Like, where did all these enemies come from? I legitimately have no idea.
Are they all like fog enemies? Did the fog
No,
thing spawn
no,
them?
there was none of these were here.
Did
A
it
fog
call
beast
them?
showed up, but then it somehow summoned a ton of creatures out of nowhere. And that's not normally how it happens. I knew some stuff was coming, but it wasn't supposed to be like that. That's frustrating, because this is my third attempt to go down this hallway.
In entertaining news, both Nene and Kino are voiced by women named Emma.
Oh, cool.
Emma Pearson and Emma Tate. I am not familiar with them. They've each done a handful of things.
I'm going to try controlling Melia for a bit. And I'm also going to go back to Companion's Cape. Let's buy a couple art books. Then we're going to head straight back.
Oh.
Alright. Flare is important. Aqua's important. Mind Blast is important. Hammer Beat is important. Light Heal is important. Stream Edge is important. Bolt is important. And Wind is important. Alright. Let's try this again. I really want to get to at least one more landmark before I'm done today.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I mean, the good thing is, even if I don't, like, succeed at this, I'm gaining levels as I go. So sooner or later, I will burn my way into this area.
By brute force if necessary.
That is the plan.
Kind of by brute force no matter what.
Also the plan.
We can definitely do this!
Your fighting spirit is mine, please. Manifest yourself.
All right, I'm feeling it.
I also don't think I control Shulk very well, because I'm never using... I always save the Monado for an emergency,
Let's stay focused.
and I think that's less what this system is about, because now I can't tell when something's going to happen. So it's just
Right.
like, hey, use your skills.
Everyone, stay on your guard.
Alright, can I continue? Can I just, like, grind arts manuals off this thing?
Water, the source of all life.
We can definitely do this.
No respect. Summon.
Look alive!
Manifest yourself. Roaring thunder.
I'm feeling it.
Manifest yourself.
Almost there.
Miles down. Manifest yourself. The ether is flowing through me.
Cigarette.
He's almost got the money.
Split edge.
Solution.
Backslash. We can definitely do this.
Succumb to the power of Earth. Vertical.
I see you warming up, Nene.
Take me lightly at your
Yeah, I'm really into this music.
building within me.
Nene needs screen time too. We are victorious.
Sorry, we're limiting screen time for children.
It's not good for you.
I did not get an arts coin for that,
I'm ready.
Nene, were there any
which
storms?
honestly is fine.
Take me lightly at your
It's not really balanced where I had to do so.
Really feeling it.
Nice moves, Mr. Schultz.
manifest yourself.
We can definitely do this.
Healing asthma.
That's called. Now we realized our true power.
Have to brag to Dad upon once Nene get back.
Nice job.
All right, there's your confirmation that Ricky's still alive.
They've been saying that.
Everyone, stay on your guard. For Ponspector honor.
What the hecker?
Summon.
There's some real voices
I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it.
being done.
Yeah.
Flowing through me. Succumb to the power of Earth.
This will leave a mark.
Manifest yourself.
I'm really feeling it.
Do not hesitate, Shulk.
How that?
Nene. Excellent attack.
Yeah, nice going.
Good, good.
I'm not going to use the Pawn Spectre ability in case they remain at high tension between battles.
To get
Realized our
toasty.
true power.
Let's stay focused.
That feel like run of Polar Mill.
Summon Bolt. Star-searing flames of absolution.
All right, I'm feeling it.
I don't think they do.
Ether is flowing through me.
Here goes Nene, ready?
Oh, they do! Oh, yeah, I'm saving that one. Saving
Nice
that one.
job.
That feel like run of
Oh, that
Polar
might have been the other bits of Turk. No, I killed those Turkin. Those Turkin were dead when I happened. Oh, good. I just needed to go a little bit further, and I found the landmark.
Hooray!
Prepare yourselves.
Power of Dad upon surge through Nene.
Everyone, do your best.
Water. Take me lightly at your peril.
Give it all you've got, Melia.
I am.
Is flowing through me.
We can definitely do this.
Succumb to the power of Earth. Poison Earth. Conspectors, your fighting spirit is plain to see.
Beat enemy pink and purple.
Here we go. Ah, I was not looking.
Remind to let loose.
My eye was itching, so I looked away for the bonus damage. So I didn't get much bonus damage. Oh boy! Oh, this is so good. Everyone together. That's so good.
Some of these people are more badass than others.
That's very true. I'll get those treasure chests later. That is big. Alright, if I remember correctly, I had multiple bits of business down here. I've come for the business.
It's raining here in Washington D.C. That is,
It is. It's
and
been
not back on the shoulder blade where you are.
it's been very pleasant.
It's a nice rain, especially nice because we don't have to go anywhere. Not that we could anyway. Oh, it got real.
Oh, you can just look up and see the nightmare now.
Oh, great! That's excellent.
I thought so too.
Now you shall witness our power.
Power of Dad upon surge through Nene.
Everyone, do your best.
Everyone have fun over there. I'm gonna be back here where it's safe. Alright, now I'm in range portal.
All right.
Healing Summon Bolt! Ready and able! Manifest yourself! I feel the ether. Look at Nene building within me. Enemy not even trying. Nene! Good, good. It's good. Very good.
Is good. Is fine. Oh, I did just bring that in, didn't I? Whoopsies.
I fear. Manifest yourself. Ether. There's nothing to it. Nene, your skill is captivating. Good, good. It's good. Very good. Behold my power. Nene's starting to get close. I fear I approach my limit.
Oh, I'm sleepies.
Nene not
Oh no,
feeling
not the
under
sleepies.
my
I'm also
volition.
sleepy. I'm gonna take a nap when we're done here.
Let us move in. Roaring thunder.
We've almost got them.
Nene, ready?
Shulk, no one can hear you. You're asleep.
Compose yourself.
Help, I'm dead.
Enemies.
Nene getting
More enemies show
I
up?
see you warming up.
Oh, they did.
roaring thunder. Shulk. Nene give A for effort. Inspiring. I shall do my best too.
Everyone, let's go.
Conspectors, your fighting spirit is plain to see.
Oh, all right, fine.
Ha! Ha! Perspectives, do it now. We Find treasure.
Squad.
Blow something up, even though we're doing a healing attack.
Oh, they're always heat. They're always blowing stuff up. Pawn Spectre's gonna spect. Oh boy.
I need to be even stronger.
I do. Custodian barrel dart here. Alright, I need to pull some of these off. Alright, go.
Water, the source of all life. Roaring thunder.
Help, it's coming for me.
Manifest yourself. Impulse. I feel the ether building within me. Look here, Summon Aqua. Manifest yourself. Hammer. Accept this gift. Nene not feeling
Whoa, baby.
Angry. What? Don't summon Bolt. Manifest yourself.
We can definitely do this.
Water, the source of all life. Nene, ready and able. Star-searing flames of absolution. Nene, please. Ether is flowing through me. Behold my power. I see life outside my world is not easy.
Alright,
Let's stay
getting
focused.
there.
Have to brag to Dad upon once Nene get back. Prepare yourselves. Nene, weather any storm.
Everyone, do your best.
Succumb to the power of Earth.
I'm really feeling it.
Do not hesitate, Shulk. The ether is flowing through me.
Poison on you. Little art seal.
Manifest yourself. Summon Bolt. Summon Copy.
Random Nopon runs around.
Manifest yourself. Almost there.
Everyone's shouting all the time.
Aha! The weak
Uh-oh.
spot. Things are going to plan. Flawless victory.
Let's stay focused.
Have to brag to Dad upon once Nene get back. Prepare yourselves.
Everyone,
I want to do all of this on our own terms.
How many-
Oh no, that was bad. That was the thing I didn't want to have happen, and then it happened.
up, Nene.
The ether is flowing through me. Darkness is
You can do it.
Oh no, I can't.
Mess up the custodian.
The next one will
I'm gonna.
fail and try again. My thanks.
Okay.
Conspectors, heed my call.
Oh, that's gonna daze everyone. Did not keep going, which is a shame. But we got most of them.
fighting spirit is mine!
We can definitely do this!
Manifest yourself! Summon Aqua! Look at that!
Can't help but notice they're all hitting me.
Alright, I'm feeling it!
Hypnosis! Cannot running on empty.
We can do it!
Indeed, I concur. I fear I approach.
Oh, jeez.
We can definitely do this!
I'm not even sure we're just... Oh, we're dead.
You're still up?
No, I'm not.
Well, Shulk was. Why didn't you do
Jeez.
something?
Because you have to have a... You can't revive people otherwise. You gotta have a thing to revive people. And if the main character dies,
I'm just saying
you're
Shulk
done.
should have done better.
Shulk should have done better. Well, it's about 2 hours. Thinking... Do I have any quests that I think I can knock out super quick? No, can't do that because that killed me. Working on that. Working on that. Let's go to Junks. Let's see if we can't knock this one out real quick. I see more quests popping up everywhere. We've got stuff we can do, which is exciting. I hadn't even been back in this since we crashed it. Someone took our med kit. Alright, let's go to the necropolis. I'm gonna put Kino in the party. Maybe I'd need better healing. Whoa, here's Melios.
Whoa, 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 hi.
Butt
Hello.
phasing in and out of existence.
Hate when that happens.
Okay. Sorry, Adel, I'm going to the spider cave. Fortunately, everything here is about my level, so I can kill it all!
Match with Kino.
Everyone, do your best!
The ether is flowing through me.
Adel's unhappy with me.
Summon bolt.
Split edge!
I think he's doing it on purpose.
We are victorious.
No, everyone jumped in unison. That was real fun.
Psychics are non-defeatable.
Can I level? Oh, yeah. Level up some arts. Yeah, I can. All right, let's make my fire better. Because fire in this case, very good. I didn't get anything for you at all, did I? Let's make the shield better. Alright, that bumps that up to 9. Which should help me against...
Prepare yourselves. They meet their match with Kino.
the bad
Do
thing.
your best!
Start searing
The turtle. Verse Eater 9.
Manifest yourself. The ether is flowing through me.
The custodian barrel chest. I don't remember.
Oh, I got multiples of those that I gotta take out.
Almost there. Your fighting spirit is mine. Be fresh.
No more fire?
Victory.
Yeah, it is.
Choke. But no stealing of limelight. Inspiring. I shall do my best too.
Everyone, let's go! Look at that!
Victory is sweetest when you can share it. Winning just come natural to Kino.
Let's stay focused.
Prepare yourselves.
Shulk's desperate attempt to keep everyone on target.
Summon Earth. Star-searing flames of absolution.
Battle soul!
Flare impulse. Ether is flowing through me. Behold my power. Manifest yourself.
That's right, one of you does shout about yogurt.
Roaring thunder.
Pond Spectres, your fighting spirit
Oh
is
yeah, we
plain
got a
to
Pond
see.
Spectre attack. Not right now.
Kino
soon.
feeling starvy. Day without sweet wasabi is day too long.
I don't think we'll find any around here.
Kino feeling.
Everyone, stay on your guard.
Oh, you interrupted Kino.
I'm very sorry.
That's your new villain. That's your new Xenoblade villain name, Kino Interrupter.
Interrupting Kino. That would be the name of it.
But that would be if Kino was the bad guy.
Through me.
Alright. Oh, just do a bunch of damage.
Pond Spectres, remind to let loose.
We
Find treasure. Pond Spectres to die. Before I'm too sugar sweet for you.
How's that?
Sure, impressive. Just remember, it's Kino who will be hero Pond.
Everyone, let's go!
We're done.
Calm down.
Honey.
I
Calm
like
down.
Nene. She's full of sass.
I like Nene too.
I appreciate sass.
I like them all. This is good. Hey, do you have my med kit?
Yes?
No? But,
Explain the real reason. No, it was unbefitting of a warrior to speak so emotionally about my fucking med kit.
I like that while he's being all up in
Yes?
arms, Melly is like tapping dog poop off her shoes. It's like, yeah, this is how much I care about your ranting.
Alright, we're done here. To the Grand Arch.
Cut.
Yay. That is some new gear for Shulk. Probably looks a lot like his current gear. Only kind of it's more replica stuff. And I'm gonna check and see if
Yeah?
the shop has anything new for me. No, it's different colors of stuff I've already picked up. Alright. Let me equip my new gear on Shulk. Oh, if I want to. It is not as good. That's fine. I still do the quest to help the people, because the people need my help. But I think that is 2 hours. That is a good place to call it. We have a bunch of quests to do. We are dealing with tougher enemies than we did in the last little bit of core Xenoblade. I'm having to work a little bit harder. I miss my visions. I miss my visions so much because I don't have them, and then it goes real bad for me. But we can conquer that, and we might even conquer some of that tomorrow. For now, though, I think we call it for today.
I agree.
So, have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. We will see you next time.
Bye.